Good morning, everybody. How you doing out there? It's Bruce here. It's Uncle Bruce. It's what my viewers have called me, Uncle Bruce. Uh, Stock Markets with Bruce is the name of the channel. Welcome to the morning show where I try to go live every morning when the markets are open to try to explain to you in plain English what the hell is going on out there. And then half my viewers attack me for being political. And my other half of my viewers tell me, just keep being the way you are and don't change a thing. We love the way you do what you do. And I sort of sit here and go, I'm just trying to tell you what's going on. I really would like it if you viewers would be, get into the option writing game, which is why I keep popping these messages. Where is it? There it is. I keep popping these messages up. There's one message I have always at the top of my messages. I've pinned it that my classes on how to write options are for sale, 4 for 3. In this inflationary environment, I've actually given you a deal to learn how to write stock options to take money off the market while everyone else is getting their asses handed to them. And that's all I'm trying to do. I love getting emails from viewers and having one-on-ones with viewers where they let me know how they're doing, and they tell me that, well, yeah, I started watching you in 2021 and 22 when the craziness was going on with the GameStop thing and all that. That's where I found you, and then you started talking about writing options, and I started getting into that later in 2021, and oh my God, I can't believe how much money I'm making doing this, and I could have been doing this for 15 years. Had I known about it. But you've probably noticed a couple things since 2021. Any of you who are here that long, and of course, if you're here now in the last year or 2 or 3, you've probably noticed something very glaring. And that is, you've been here and you've been talking to the other viewers on the comment bar over here. You've been reading these comments. You've watched me just blab away. And I keep telling you guys that, if you become an option writer, where you write options on stock you have in your retirement accounts, you write options against cash you have without owning any stock whatsoever, you can just write options and make all this money. You realize, oh yeah, this works. Geez, this is really, holy crap, Bruce. I can't believe how much money I'm bringing in. And then the shocker of shockers is the realization that after a few months that you've been doing this, and you've started to bring in some nice cash flow, you sit back and go, Jesus, you sound like Don Draper on Mad Men when they decide to break away from the British folks that own their brokerage, their advertising agency. Don Draper goes, Jesus, you do stuff that we don't know how to do. They bring Lane in. The realization hits you privately, deep at night. You're sitting on the toilet. I don't know. You're going for a walk with your dog. I don't know. But it hits you. There's no one else I know that does this, number one. I don't have a relative that does this. I don't have a friend. I don't have a coworker that writes options. And number 4, 5, 6, 7, I have never, ever been told about writing options from any legitimate, family trusted financial source for advice. Never have I heard what this guy talks about on this channel. Never has my local brokerage firm ever talked to me about this, or have I ever seen, like I watch CNBC and I watch them all the time. I've been watching them for 10 years, 15 years. I miss Mark Haynes. God damn it, he died too young. Mark Haynes never talked about writing options. Pisani on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange, he never talks about retail investors writing options for income. They do a little passing thing about conservative strategies like writing options, and then they go on to asset allocation and do this and that. You've never heard from anyone a detailed discussion about how you can make a bunch of money from the stock market without owning anything in the stock market. You never got that. Why? Well, now you know. You hang out here long enough, you figure out, well, Uncle Bruce, the reason I now know no one ever told me about writing options is because if I'm an option writer and all I have is cash to use to do options, like you say, I don't need to own any stock to be an option writer. What money are these brokers going to make off of me? They can't make any money from me if I've got cash. If I have cash and not their investment funds, they can't take the 2% off the top. They can't take a piece of the profits. They can't nail me with I don't know, consulting fees and transfer charges and interest charges or whatever. They can't hit me up for money, because all I do for them is I'll do a trade or two here and there where I'll do some option writing, and I pay commissions on options, but they're so cheap now. The commissions are so low, like stock commissions, that for me it's a no-brainer, and for them they don't make any money off of me. Where if I had with these brokerage firms $100,000, $50,000, $200,000, $5 million, I've got money with them in all kinds of their exchange traded funds and all kinds of ETFs that they love for me to get into, and I'm getting involved in all kinds of their IPOs and all this stuff. They're making fees and commissions. I'm buying their reports. I'm paying so much a month to get their investment reports. I mean, they're making money off of me left, right, and center. I have relatives of mine, Bruce, that swear up and down on the Bible that they have made a lot of money with their brokerage firms over the decades for themselves, their parents before them, their grandparents. And I'm looking at my returns that I'm getting from my 401k at work, which is managed by such and such securities. And I'm looking at garbage returns. I'm looking at substandard returns. And I'm sitting in my house thinking about the fact that under Joe Biden, the markets for his last 2 years in office went up 25% a year for 2 years in a row. I didn't make 25% 2 years in a row, and Biden was the president. I put money into 401ks. This money is being managed by the Republican backing candidate brokerage firms in New York. These guys are the front line of money market management, and I never got 25% returns from any of those guys. That's bullshit. Like, what is this all about? Now I find this guy, Uncle Bruce, and I decide, okay, I'm listening to this guy, and it's just too good to be true. And if it's so damn good, Bruce, if you're such a hotshot finfluencer that you're now apparently known as, you're a finfluencer. Why doesn't everyone do it? Why don't you have 5,000 viewers watching you every morning? Why don't you have 25,000 viewers with bated breath waiting for you to tell them what to do in the option market if you're just so damn good? You know the answer to that question. You absolutely know the answer to that question. It's called work. You have to apply yourself. You have to want to learn how to write stock options. You can't just buy a Coles Notes version. Do any of you know what the hell a Coles Notes is? Most of you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You're too damn young. You just are looking for the 8-second attention span explanation of how to write options, Bruce. Just give me that, and I'll just go back to my video games, okay? When you leave me alone. Yeah, that's what it is. No one wants to put in the effort. Everybody wants the reward. Nobody wants to go pay the price. And yet, Mom and Dad America, gotta admit, boy, mothers and fathers across the United States who are now in their 40s and 50s, you reach that age, you reach that certain age where those kids, you got 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, whatever the number, and they're coming out of university, they're coming out of high school to go to university, and you have bought into the plan. You've bought into the big picture. Gotta get my kid in college. I gotta get the kid into college. Because if I can get them into college, they have a shot at getting a job that isn't going to be a minimum wage job if they choose to really apply themselves in the workforce. There are many university graduates in Canada and the USA and Europe, many in Asia too, I guess, that get degrees but they get minimum wage jobs when they graduate because they had no incentive to do anything, whatever their reason. Their DNA makeup is not yours. It's grandparents and great grandparents, and they were lazy bums. I don't know. Your kids just had it so easy because you gave them everything. They don't have to do anything. I don't know. It is what it is. But option writers, they exist for one reason. They want to exist, and they want to make money in this market, and they're pissed off with the kind of returns they've been getting from their portfolios. And they're looking at it going, this is crap. The money that I'm being paid right now from my investments that are being professionally managed by the top people, you know that story, the top people in Wall Street. My company that I work for has hired top people to manage our 401ks here at the office, here at the shop. And I'm not impressed with the return that these top people are bringing. And I've taken a look not only at my returns in the last little while, like the last 6 months or so. I have taken a look at the returns that these top people have done for the last 5 years for our company's employees out there, and we're not that impressed with what's going on. It is not that great. You've done something else. You've done let's look forward a little bit as to where am I at? Where am I going to be at with this world? Because I figured out, you figured out that you're 48 years old, you're 52 years old, you're 58 years old, and you're looking forward now to retirement. And you thought under ideal circumstances, around 60 would be great to shut it down. You certainly thought that in your 30s, that 60 would be, oh man, 55 even. But now you're going, well, 65. I'll go until 65. And you're looking forward 5 years, 7 years, 12 years at your account, and you're going, okay, I'm going to be putting in so much a month into this account if I don't get let go by my employer. And if my employer doesn't change the contribution side from their end, this much money, X amount of money, will be going into this 401k every 30 days. And for the next 6 years, compounding at a regular percentage rate of whatever. You just go to Google and you type all this crap in. You go to Google and say, if I put in this much money a month from the, and I'll have this much, what will my money be worth if it makes 6% a year? I mean, it's available. And you're looking at that number going, how in God's green earth can I live on that? Inflation between now and 12 years ago is also going to be higher, even if it only goes up 2 or 3% a year, I mean. Heck, Uncle Bruce is talking about 10% inflation, 15% inflation later this year. Where the hell is my upside? Yeah, so those of you who have figured all this out, you're here, and you're taking my classes, and you're desperately trying to tell your friends and your relatives, hey, I found this guy. He's a really interesting channel. This guy's got a really unique channel. He's a finfluencer. And you're getting nothing but crickets. You're like a brand new stand-up comic in a comedy club, and you just told your 5 best jokes, and no one is laughing. They're all drinking their coffee and waiting for you to get off the damn stage. You got nothing. Welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the real world. That's why there's 186 people here, not 18,600. There are 18,400 people not willing to work like you're willing to work to learn how to write stock options, how this game works, how the clock is your friend, how kryptonite is the clock against the opposition that you have. The gamblers out there, that's where they all are. The 18,400 people that should be here, some of them are on the floor of the casino looking to buy and sell options to try to get rich quick. That's who you're up against. Get rich quick people are who you are taking money from. And there are millions of them, gazillions of them, and there will be millions more later this year, later into next year. There are Millions of new gamblers coming into these casinos every month, every quarter, every year. And they're coming in with $1,000, $5,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million and more. There are gamblers coming into this market. You will cringe. You would cringe if you were doing what I used to do for a living. I used to be a branch manager of a brokerage firm. I used to be the head of compliance for my branch. I had to watch 25 stockbrokers and all their trades with all their clients, which would have been 5,000 plus clients, active accounts back in the 70s, the 80s, really, 90s. And I had to watch over these people, and I had to be the head compliance officer. And I used to see horror shows, absolute horror shows, where one of my salesmen had a client of theirs get into some stuff they shouldn't have been getting into, and this client lost $15,000. At the time, when you made $30,000 a year, that was good living. Then I'd see another example where, we had a broker who was involved in a hot stock, hot deal, diamond-handed deal. It was going to be great. And he lost $300,000 with 20 of his clients, some of which lost $50,000. I saw horror stories back in the day where people lost a year's earnings in a couple of days because they bought into a fantasy story, going to the moon story. This is happening right now in the options market. There are people coming into the options market, buying calls, looking for a big win. And they need a big win because they are really in trouble. They got laid off, or their wife got laid off, or their partner got laid off, or their town has announced that this plant is closing, or they have heard that in their organization that they work in, they've already shut down that half of that department, a third of that department, and their department is now under review. And there are people who are in their 30s and 40s who are looking to take a shot to take 10 grand and make it 100 grand so they can take a year off and just reassess their lives. And what's going to happen to those guys? They're going to lose their 10 grand. They're now going to be 40 grand in the hole, plus their student loans, and they're going to get laid off. And they're going to be working on a minimum wage job to try to get back on their feet. This is a common tale. And I'm talking international common tale. This is not a made in America story. I'm not picking on Americans here. I'm talking about life around the globe right now. There are some pretty desperate people out there who are desperate to come in here to try to make a go of it. And they're not succeeding. Option writers who are here have figured out, Uncle Bruce, you're right. I don't need to have a $200,000 portfolio of all kinds of Dow stocks and a couple smaller, up and comers, and hope it works out. I'm not going to play this 5-year investment game, this 10-year, this 20-year investment game that my financial advisors that were, given to me by my employer. We went into these mandatory office meetings where they have, a couple of people from so-and-so investment company tell us about how we can plan for the future. And we get these little pamphlets, these little handouts. And it's all about a 20-year savings plan, from age 35 to 55, or from age, 35 to 60 or whatever. Got all these long-term investment plans with a couple of $100 a month, 500 a month, 800 a month, 1,000 a month. I'm looking at this going, good God, I don't want to be this person. I don't want to commit to this company. I don't want to commit to this investment strategy for the next 30 years of my life and just give people money that I'll never meet, that I don't know who they are, that get fired and rehired and rechanged and remanaged. And there will be all kinds of new rules coming out on investments every couple of years. There'll be new restrictions and new this and new that. And I talk to fellow employees who've been here for 10 years, and they all look at me and go, we can't stand these meetings. We just hate them. They're so arbitrary. And they talk down to us like we don't know what we're doing. We're just fodder to these people. And I'm going, my God. My viewers are just going, my God, I can't believe it. Kind of like Jack Donaghy, good God limit. cannot stand it. So there are people here who are saying, I'm taking control of my assets. I'm not going to play this game. If I'm allowed to borrow on my 401k, my viewers say, I'm going to borrow against my 401k. And I'm going to pay myself a monthly payment with interest. And I'm going to use that capital, and I'm going to write options with that capital. I'm going to do what Bruce is talking about. I'm going to do call credit spreads right now. I'm going to do call and put credit spreads. I'm going to do cash secured put writing. I'm going to offer to buy NVIDIA back at a lower price than it's trading at, wherever it's trading at. Doesn't matter. Good days, bad days, doesn't matter to me. I'm going to write call credits. I'm going to write cash secured puts, call credit spreads. I'm going to do poor man covered calls. That's what I'm going to do. And because I've learned how this works. And I really like the idea of not owning stock to be an option writer. That's why I'm here. Well, there's 194 of you here instead of 19,400. Like I said, 1% of you are here. 99% of those who could be here are not going to come here. They're not coming. They're never coming here, ever. No matter how much and how well you do personally, any of you who are doing really well writing options, you will almost never get someone to join you, because they will look at you and go, well, you'll help me, won't you? If I screw this up, you'll help me, right? And you're going to realize, the person that I'm trying to bring in here to do this option writing as well, they don't want to put in the work that I've put in. They want me to help them get there. And I'll be blamed if they can't be as successful as me. How can they possibly be as successful as I am if they don't know what the hell they're doing? It is shocking how many of your relatives are looking for you to help them get rich, and they don't want to know how to do it. They just make it happen. Well, you're my cousin, you're my brother, you're my brother-in-law, you're my sister-in-law, you're a friend of the, can't you just help out? People don't want to do the work, and that is the end of the story right there. That is the simple explanation. Well, welcome to the party, pal. You guys do want to do the work, and you are hanging out with me on a Tuesday, April the 22nd, 2025, and you are tolerating me telling you what I think is going on, and you're not taking it personally, and I commend you for that, because it's not easy. For some of you, it's not easy to take this. For some people who come here, they listen to me speak about what I think is going on, and they go, I don't like this guy. Everything he's talking is completely opposite what I hear in the world I live in. He can't be right. He just can't be right. It's fake news. I'm out of here. And away they go. It's all right. I'm not here for the fringe. I'm here to help you make money. That's it. And sometimes I have to tell you stuff that you don't want to hear, because you need to know what is driving these markets. And if you take it in, you don't take it in. That's the end of my obligation. I've done what I have to do here. Big E is here. Andrea's here. Richard, Hector, Charlie, Susan. Sharon in the house. Andre Delatorre, CKT, Charlie C2, Hector. Don't change a thing, Uncle Bruce. Crazy 49er, if the orange man won't change after losing another 1,000 points, why should you? Splayer, Uncle Bruce, I go normally for 60 days and close after 30 days. How to participate in the answer. There is a poll question today. I have put out a poll question again today. I try to do one every day. And I'm asking you kids out there, if you're writing call credit spreads or put credit spreads, how long are your credit spreads good for until they expire? That's the gist of the question today. If you don't know what a credit spread is, the lessons are on sale. You can buy 4 for the price of 3. Get your act together and take my classes and learn how options work. But if you do know how credit spreads work, because you have taken my classes and you are doing credit spreads, I commend you. I congratulate you. I encourage you to keep winning. 84 thumbs ups are here. We've had 108 people now vote on this thing. 107, 108 votes. My call and put credit spreads usually expire in less than how many days? 3 days or less. There are people here who will not create a credit spread with more than 3 days of life. 9% of you are really short-term credit spread writers. 7% of you will not write a credit spread longer than 7 days. 14% of you. 27% of you will not write credit spreads that have more than 14 days of life. And then 50% of you will say, I do write 30-day credit spreads or longer, Bruce, but there's a caveat to this answer, and I know what it is, and I'm going to tell the rest of the channel what that is. There are people here who will write credit spreads that have 60 days to go, but they're not going to be in the position for the entire 60 days. Or they write 45 days, or they write 33 days. They do not intend to wait until the expiry of the contract. If you are writing a contract with 3 days to go or less, you might let it expire worthless. You might be that kind of person. You're writing them on Tuesday, today. You're going to let them die this Friday, and you're not buying them back. But most of my viewers, a vast majority of my viewers, are people who will close out their call credit spreads before expiry. Those who write 7-day contracts, for example, that expire maybe this Friday or next week Friday, they'll be out of the position in 2 or 3 days, half the time. Those who write 2-week out credit spreads, they'll be out of them within 4 to 6, 7 trading days. They'll be out. Instead of all 10 trading days, they'll be well gone. And they're doing every month 2 or 3 turnovers of their credit spread trades. There are those, like I said, who will write 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-day credit spreads, but they'll only be in them for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month. And they love the monthly turnover. They love it. They write a contract that has 8 weeks to go. They put a credit spread together for 8 weeks out. And with 4 weeks or so left to go, they have long taken more than half the profit on that trade off the table and have created a brand new 60, 70-day credit spread yet again. And every month they're just taking in gobs of money. And there you go. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you all. Thank you for letting me know what you're doing. Ray is saying that I sold 2 $12 cash secured puts on SoFi that expire in January 2026. I wrote them yesterday. I brought in $628 in fresh cash, just writing 2 $12 puts. I'll be happy to buy them at $12 a share in January, but it ain't gonna happen. He is saying, look, each contract would have been $314, I guess, right? Take $300 off the cost of a $1,200 buy. $12 a share times 100 shares is $1,200. Take 300 something off. He's willing to pay $850 for the stock. Net $850. What's wrong with that? Is the low of SoFi in the last month has been $850, $55, something like that. It's $10.88 right now. Ray is not going to be able to buy these shares back for $850 a share. They're not going to stay here at $10.88. In between now and January 26th, 7 months from now, we have the earnings report coming out next week. Then we have 3 months later, another earnings report for the second quarter. And then 3 months later, another earnings report for the third quarter. And then these contracts expire. So we have 3 earnings reports coming forward on SoFi. And what do? Every time they release their earnings reports? They over exceed their numbers. And they have to reinstate their expectations higher and higher and higher. So this SoFi company with no imports, no exports, no tariff considerations, no tariff worries, raising capital now, billions of dollars at a time of fresh capital is coming into the treasury of SoFi from major investment entities out there. For this company to raise between $2 and $5 billion is a text message away now. A year ago, all of you who were here a year ago, and the market that was watching SoFi a year ago was freaking out, losing their minds when SoFi announced a capped call financing deal for $850 million. Losing their shit a year ago. It is laughable today how SoFi can raise $3 billion like that. $3 billion, no stock involved whatsoever. The story of SoFi has completely changed out in the last 6 months. Completely changed. Forget the fact that the stock is $10.88. We know it was at $18. We know it hit $8.50. The swing of the stock, yeah, we know all about that. Doesn't matter. This outfit here is going to $25 a share a year from now. It's going to be in the S&P 500 a year from now. It's going to be more profitable than Palantir. They're going to make more money than Palantir. And Palantir is everyone's god stock right now. Oh my God, Palantir could do no wrong. All those government contracts, putting all those immigrants where they belong. Oh my God, Palantir. SoFi, baby, that's where you want to be. But that's just this man's opinion. You don't have to listen to me. What do I know? Swear, oh, my Canada calls, they're 3-6 months. They might go to 12 months. Lee, number 51, Beach Boy. What's a put credit spread, Bruce? Fano Fair Plains. Writing cash secured puts on GameStop is my favorite way to make money. Dude says, good morning. Slayer, first trade said hit me with a deposit fee in my bank. My use account. I hope I can avoid fees somehow through Bitcoin. Total $20. I don't know what he's talking about, but he's getting hit with fees. Keith, Just Truth. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Good morning. I swear, I see more than a few thousand on the buy call topic. Uncle Bruce is totally niched down on YouTube. Unique corner of the market. Free range. Good morning. I'm number 62 on your thumbs up meter. James of the Misty Tree. Good morning, Lucking number 62. It's Jeff. Do you mean Cliff Notes? Cliff Notes. Coles Notes in Canada. Jeff, they were called Cliff Notes in the U.S. Yeah, Coles Notes in Canada. They used to be little yellow and black covered books, booklets, really. They weren't books, they were booklets. And they were about 8 inches tall and about 5 inches wide. And these booklets were all about, if you needed to learn about Catcher in the Rye, or you needed to learn about a Shakespeare play, you needed to learn about certain topics in school, you'd buy these books, and they would be a condensed version of the classes that you were taking in high school and college. You used to buy those at bookstores. Do you know what a bookstore is? A bookstore today is a coffee shop that serves cappuccinos in the front with some magazines, and then way in the back they have things called textbooks and paperbacks. You kids probably don't know what that means. You probably don't go into places like that. In any event, there used to be another world out there. The man, GameStop premiums are just so juicy, Bruce. It's unbelievable. Keith, Just Truth, call notes were used when you used phone to call in your play. Yes, I'm old enough to remember. Cutting Edge, number 62 days in a row. Do you remember the days when, if you're a male, if you're a male here, a man, do you remember the days when you were younger and there was this, there was this girl at school, pretty darn nice looking girl at school. And you found her phone number by picking up the phone book because, you knew her full first name and last name. And you know that, well, she lives in the house just a couple of blocks away from where I live, because we go to the same high school. And you looked up the phone number in the phone book and you found the father's name, and the address and the phone number. And do you remember making the phone call with your rotary dial or your touch dial? You took the receiver off the phone and then you heard the dial tone and then you made the call. And it was only 7 digits. You didn't have to make an area code call and then you just dialed 7 digits. And then you didn't know who was going to answer the phone. And you were praying. You're just praying that the girl would answer the phone, or the little brother, maybe, or the little sister. You dreaded that the call would be answered by dad because you're calling to ask her out on a date. Hello, is Jeannie there? And you're hoping the father just goes, Jeannie, phone for you. You just hoping that would be it. But did you get the grilling? Who's calling, please? Oh, this is Barry Smith calling. You remember the horror, the tension? And then when she answered the phone, you were half relieved. Oh, thank God, I can talk to her directly. But you still didn't know if she liked you or not. Like you're out there. Like you put it out there. It was all on the table. I mean, you put it on the table. Hi, this is Bruce calling. Bruce who? Oh, this is Bruce Fisher calling. Bobby Joe calling. Whatever your name was. Oh, hi. How you doing? Pretty good. Listen, I was just wondering, have you got a date to the so-and-so dance? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going with Joey whatever. Oh, okay. All that for nothing. Oh God. You were dying. You were dying. Blood was pouring out of your veins, left, right, and center. Your pores. What a rough night that was. And now it's time to go to sleep. Yeah, I can't wait to see you in school tomorrow. Yeah, she's telling all her girlfriends. Oh yeah, I got a call from Bobby Blowhole over there. He asked me out for the dance, and 3 of her girlfriends are going, why didn't he call me? And 2 of her girlfriends are going, oh, thank God he didn't call me. He's a creep. Can't win. You're not the quarterback of the football team, you know. You never were. Oh, my God. Cliff Notes. Welcome back to high school, kids. Oh, my gosh. How you doing? Cutting Edge. I'm number 62 days in a row. Good evening. Good day, everybody from Aurora. Rice Checks is here. Savage Wall Street. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. 1,000 Dow drops are becoming a weekly thing now, it seems. Did anyone else grab some NVIDIA in the 95 area yesterday? I had a stinker trigger. Yay! Dude, 1 ticket to the moon, please. Good morning, all from Larry Titus. He's number 82 this morning. We opened in 22 minutes. How you doing? John Harpster, good morning, everybody. Splair, credit spreads. Splair, then I can't answer. I screwed it up somehow, maybe because I made it too much time. I don't know. Murray Harvey, good morning and evening from Japan. Welcome, Murray Harvey, to the show. Great to have you with us. Great to have you be there. Japan is a bucket list country for me. Absolute bucket list. I am desperately trying to get Auntie Jen to say yes to come to Japan. I'm working on it as soft as I can, but she knows I really want to go, but I've been having a tough time. It might be I have to go on my own. She's kind of been hinting that if you want to go so bad, why don't you just go to Japan on your own? Yeah, kind of like to have her come along. I think she'd really like it. But you know, I'm just a guy. Matt, hey, morning here, number 85. Good morning. Welcome, Matt. Andrea, hey, Uncle Bruce. I wrote a 5, 10, 15 call spread on Spider. It's expiring in 69 days. Back when it was under 500, arms folded. What's the story on Spider? Well, what is the story on Spider? I don't know. Where is it at right now? I got a million numbers in my head. Where are we at on Spiders? There we go. 517.94 is where we are, up 4 points this morning. So 517, and you've written what? 5, 10, 15 call spreads. Why on earth are you around this market? I don't understand what's going on. Yeah. So you I don't understand what's going on. Has it really appreciated on you? What's going on? What am I missing on Spider here? What am I not paying attention to? What's wrong with my brain? In the last 3 months, we were at 600. Now we've come down to the 500 range. And you're writing. What are you writing? Am I reading this right? You're writing call credit spreads on. Why aren't you like way ahead of this stock? What are you doing? I don't understand what you're doing. This makes no sense to me. Crazy 49er Palantir is a beauty for me. I bought 100 shares for $10 and I totally forgot about it. Write a call on it. Take the money. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Crazy, laughing out loud. Uncle Bruce makes a comment. We comment on here. He moves on to something else, reads our comments, goes back to the original comment. Around and around we go. Yes, he's juggling 100 balls at the same time. 226 at the same time. Mandu number 5, 100. Good morning, everybody. Jeff and Mom was on the extension. Hang up the damn phone, Mom. You remember that? Yeah. Who are you talking to? Daddy needs the phone. He needs to make a call. No, he doesn't. Dad doesn't need to make a call. He's asleep on the couch in front of the television, Mom. She's not going to say that. He's not going to make a call. You just don't want me to talk to Bobby Joe. That's what you don't like, because you don't like him. Yes, well. Oh, the good old days. Crazy 49er, that evolved too. Hang up the phone. I'm on the internet. Splair, what's holding back Auntie Jen from Japan? Maybe I can give some arguments to make convincing easier here for you. Yeah, good luck, Splair. Good luck with that. It's all right. I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. Thank you for joining me this morning from wherever you are. I hope you've made money yesterday and the day before that and last week and the week before that, and you're making money today and you're going to make money tomorrow and next week. I think you are. If you're an option writer, I have a suspicion you're going to make money on this stock market with all the turmoil, with all the nonsense, with all the self-inflicted cuts that are being made unto the United States by the administration. It's unbelievable. All the fake news I keep talking about. The reality is this. There are two worlds that exist. There's the U.S.-centric world, the world according to certain Americans of a certain political stripe and of a certain belief system. There's the, America is the only country to worry about with everything. And then there's the outside world looking into America going, what's wrong with those guys? Who do they think they are? Is what the rest of the world is saying. And you've got Canada and Mexico and England and Europe and Asia, North and South. You got South America, Africa. The rest of the world is going about its affairs. It's going about its business, and they're not interested in the Made in America crisis. To be honest, they really don't want to have to worry about it, but it's part of the show. And they're watching clips, news clips, and business clips, and they're just going, what are they doing to themselves? How do they allow this to happen to themselves? And the rest of the world just goes, I got to move on now. I just have no time to deal with this. Bobby, hey, show Auntie Jen the cherry blossom. She'd like to see it in person. I watched some with 1,000 views yesterday about Japan. Thank you, Jeff. I want to spend a winter in one of those snowy Japanese cities, Amurai City, Sapporo. I don't, Murray. Bruce, we have a nice room where you can broadcast from. Let Auntie Jen know the thermal pools are worth the trip. Laughing out loud. Thank you very much, Murray. Crazy 49. I worked for a Japanese company and made monthly trips to Japan. Beautiful country, people, and culture. There you go. Yeah, I've had a fascination with Japan since I was about. I'm going to say it was about 10 years old. Probably 10 years old, 11 years old. My father worked for a gentleman who was based in Montreal that imported musical instruments from Japan. And my father was a traveling salesman who would go to music stores in Ontario, which is the size of 2 Texases put together. And he would go to music stores all over Ontario, and he would be wholesaling electric guitars, basses, amplifiers, drums to these stores, because the Beatles had been on Ed Sullivan in 1964, and I was 9 at the time, 9 years old. And every music store wanted to bring in musical instruments made in Japan because they were way cheaper than American-made guitars or British-made guitars. And the kids, the young teenagers who wanted to become the Beatles, could afford a $50 electric guitar or a $100 electric guitar rather than the $400 Gibson or Rickenbacker or Fender, a Stratocaster, whatever. Ringo played on Ludwig drums, and those were $800 to $1,000 for the drum set, where the Japanese drum set would be $199, $299. Yeah, so parents would get the kid to shut up and buy him a guitar and an amplifier, and they could practice in the garage, which was not attached to the house in those days. And the buddies would come over, and you'd have 4 or 5 guys playing music in a garage with 4 or 5 girls watching them, and the parents would go, we know where they are, and we know what they're doing, and they're not robbing a liquor store, okay? And they're not running up speeding tickets. It's worth our money to buy them a guitar, a bass, and a drum kit. So my father worked for a gentleman who imported this stuff from Japan. Mr. Mintz, M-I-N-T-Z, Mr. Ralph D. Mintz. Changed my father's life. Changed my life in a way, because he opened up the world. Like, what? You're based in Montreal. You're Jewish. You speak French in Montreal. You speak English in Montreal. And you speak fluent Japanese? What? This is someone I've never met before. And he would go to Japan and come back, and he would give my father a gift for me. And he'd give my father a gift for my sister. I don't remember what she got, but I remember what I got. every year starting in 1965 for about 4 years. I would get every year a basically what we would refer to today as a day timer from Tokyo, from Japan. And it would have a photo. You'd open it up, and it would be a calendar for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And on the other side of the page would be a photo of downtown skyscrapers in Tokyo. And then you flip it over, it would be the next week, Monday to Sunday, with another photo of something else Japan. So I would see the Mount Fuji. I would see photos of the skyline of Tokyo, the harbor of Tokyo, an overhead shot of the expressways and stuff. I was just fascinated by Japan. The cherry blossoms would be highlighted at a certain time in the annual book. And for me, I would use that as a diary because I didn't know what I was doing. I would write 3 or 4 sentences. Today I went to school, had a math test, watched hockey. Toronto beat Philadelphia 3-2 or whatever the hell it was. Back in the day, I still have those books. Still have them to this day. I'll open up a book, and I'll read through it. I'll go, I remember that day. I remember that day because I wrote it down. It's incredible to remember. It just comes back. You just go, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that day. Yeah, that we went on a field trip that day. That's right. I got one of these every year from Japan. He knew how much I appreciated it. I told my dad, tell him thank you very much. This is a world that I'm not exposed to. This is 1965, 66. Where am I going to get a day timer from Tokyo in Bay Ridges, Ontario, Canada? I mean, give me a break. Wow. None of my friends had something like this, and I didn't share it with any of my friends. This is private. And that was my little book. And I did that for years, right until the end of high school. I did that. Then I stopped writing stuff down like that. Anyway, pre-internet, what can I say? Love to go to Japan. I would really, since 1965, I would love to go to Japan. Anyway, thank you. Bobby mentioned the second most exciting thing about Japan. Crazy 49er, I worked for a Japanese company, made monthly trips. Crazy 49er, Toyota wanted to export luxurious cars to the U.S. Lexus, luxury cars. Lexus. Yes, Lexus. Crazy 49er, Lakers beat the Sonics. It was a good day. There you go. What we did as kids. Oh my God, I remember calling to try to talk to a girl. Terrifying. Terrifying. It was terrifying talking to him in person, going up to him in person, saying, hi, would you like to want to go over and dance with me in front of everybody? Oh God, Lord. Oh, how did I do? I didn't have a girlfriend in high school. Wonder why. Terrified. Dude, I've got 2 of those old cheaper Japanese model electric guitars, a Silvertone and a Tiesco for fun to play. They don't sound amazing, but they're kind of cool. Bobby, you could also get a ride up to Mount Fuji, see the sunrise before everyone else on that day. Yeah, bullet trains. There were photos of the bullet trains, 67, 68, 69. Those are really, I look forward to getting one of those every year. And Mr. Mintz would ask my dad, did your son enjoy? Oh, he talks about it all the time. He just is so grateful that he's got them. He's writing a diary. He's going to get another one. Next time I go to Japan, I'm bringing back another one for him. Absolutely. Every year I'll give one to that kid. Pretty cool guy. My father used to make the kind of money being a wholesale salesman in a car, Chevy Biscayne he was driving all over Ontario. My father was making $25,000 a year after expenses, being a traveling salesman, selling musical instruments. Mr. Mintz, the owner of the company, was making about $30,000 a year himself. He was the owner of the company. His other salesmen didn't make that kind of money because they didn't work as hard as my dad did and didn't have that kind of territory. And no other musical salesman at that time made the kind of money my father made because their musical distributor outfits were flogging non-Japanese or they got to the party quite late. My father's house at the time that he was making $25,000 a year, his house could have been purchased for $12,000 $12,000. So my dad was living with the family in a $12,000 house, and he was making $25,000 a year as a traveling salesman, wholesaling instruments to music stores, which are all mom and pops in Ontario in the 60s. That was a standard of living we have not seen since. That standard of living is gone. You want to talk about the good old days? Those were the good old days. Unbelievable. Crazy stuff. Richard, I have a Takamine guitar, a Takamine. I remember the Vox guitars and amplifiers. Those were UK. And we did have a set of drums in the music store from Rogers drum set. Top of the line set of drums. We were retailing those for $1,020, 1968. Unbelievable. You could buy a car. You could buy a Volkswagen Beetle for $1,200. Wow. Yeah, those sets didn't move very quickly, but the Yamaha drums moved, and all the other brands from Japan moved. Unbelievable. Anyway, there you go. Welcome to the party, pal. We're up 424 on the Dow with 7 minutes to go until we open for the day. We're up 55 on S&P. We're up 209 on NASDAQ. Gold is up $28 an ounce to $34.53. Oil is up 65 cents, $63.73. Welcome to the show and memory lane, where young men used to phone girls on dial phones or push phones and pray to God that the mother or the father didn't answer the phone when they were trying to talk to a girl about getting together. What are you doing this weekend? Oh, how's it going? Not getting to the point. Did you do okay on that math test with Mr. So-and-so or Mrs. Such-and-such in English class? And then she's not getting to the point. You both like each other. You're just not telling each other you like each other. You're just too embarrassed to kind of be the first to say anything. And so you're using little one-liners. And you try to be cute and all. Today it's all done by text and emojis and whatever. I don't know. I wouldn't know how. I don't know how you get a girl today. How do you get if you're a 15-year-old boy, how do you get a girl today? What do you have to do to get a girl? Or do they chase you? Are girls chasing the boys? The boys aren't chasing the girls these days. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Goodness gracious. Oh my God. Those days. Oh gosh. Good times. Yeah. No kidding. Oh, Lordy Lou. Oh, those were days. Remember bell-bottom jeans? I used to wear bell-bottom jeans back in the 70s, in the early 70s. Those are like in, man. That was the way. Bell-bottom jeans and silk shirts with the long lapels, and open down to here, Didn't wear chains. We weren't wearing chains necessarily. I had a friend of mine who was British, he had that British accent that got him girls and girls and girls. I hated that. I loved him because he's a buddy of mine, but I was envious and jealous because this guy just had to speak in his own natural voice, and the girls would just fawn around him. Anyway, he used to wear a hat like John Lennon used to wear those. You remember those, the John Lennon cap? The Beatles wore the cap in the movie Help, those black caps, He had a brown one. The girls just thought he was the greatest thing ever. My old buddy Dave, I used to hang out with him and watch him just shoo them away. I mean, it was unbelievable. Good Lord. I had a dad who had a music store. You'd think I'd be cool. All these musicians come into my store. No, I wasn't cool. The musicians that came into my dad's music store were cool. I wasn't the cool one. You're just selling them picks and strings, music books. You're not the musician. You're not Paul McCartney, Bruce. No kidding. Oh my goodness. There was one, just one. Yes, everybody, welcome. It's called Tinder nowadays, Uncle Bruce. It's called Tinder. These days, you send the wrong emoji and you're married. Katie, good morning, everybody. Number 125. Corinne, good morning. I'm number 124 on Bruce's thumbs up meter. And I keep and sell Japanese koi. Nice to sit in the mornings and observe with a coffee. Big goldfish. Blair talking about all of his conquests and wins and losses. Oh my gosh. Yep. Boy, what do 15-year-old, 14-year-old, 16-year-old boys do today? And then 14, 15, 16-year-old girls. And is it just me, or do the girls that are 14, 15 today look a whole lot different than the 14, 15-year-old girls that I remember? And my father used to say, those 14 to 15-year-old girls you're hanging out with that, are in your class, they look a lot different than when I was your age. I'm just going, is this an evolution of the human species? I don't get it. I don't know what to make about it. I really don't know. Katie, Ed, that sounds so relaxing watching Koi. Oh, my word. Did you ever see the movie When Peggy Sue Got Married? Did you ever see that movie? That's a wonderful movie. Where she travels back in time to 1960, I think. Back to her high school years. Oh, my God. That is a classic movie with all the tension and turmoil of teenage life. Oh, my God. Yes, the things that we had to do to survive as a species is quite amazing. No one back in the day, in the 1970s, when we went to high school, in the 1980s, no professor, no math teacher, no one, no guidance counselor ever told you that someday when you grow up, you're going to be an option writer and you're going to make money writing options, because they didn't know what an option was. They didn't know what the stock market was. They didn't know what investing was. They were teachers who were looking to work until 50, 55 and retire with a fat pension from the education department. And those were our economic inspirationalists to get us out there and graduate and take the world over. I thought, really? We're graduating here in 1973 from high school, and we're the next generation to take over the world. What the hell have you taught me for me to take over the world? Algebra, integers, Shakespeare plays. Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to take over the world now. I didn't have a clue what the hell was going on. I wasn't educated to do anything like that. Unbelievable. I saw my dad trying to take over the world. I saw him working his ass off. I saw my mother working her butt off to build two businesses, and my dad was a wholesaler. I saw that. That was my education. High school, wasting my time, man. All these years, precious years of knowledge I could have been absorbing. You could have been telling me about the New York Stock Exchange. You could have been telling me about the American Stock Exchange. You could have been telling me about mergers and acquisitions. You could have been talking to me about how business works. But no. You're gonna read about Tom Sawyer. You're gonna write an essay on, I don't know what the hell you're gonna write an essay on. What? And we don't like the way you phrase your words, and you have spelling mistakes, which are automatic points lost. Man, when you're afraid to write something because there might be a spelling mistake and it'll take away marks from your thoughts, you've just killed another kid, just destroyed them. There you go. I loved high school. No, I didn't. 1 minute, says Blair. Very relaxing. They're like piranhas when hungry. Larry, Bruce, I'm ringing the bell so you can stop talking about your old days at high school. Richard, Carla, neat, Bruce. Doug, don't piranhas like blood on flesh? Laugh it out loud. Don't stick your finger in a koi pond, I think is what my friend said. Don't do that. Oh, my God. I'll tell you right now, I don't think I would be in a hurry to go back in time to 1972, 73. I don't know if I'd be in a hurry to go back to that era. But then again, if I were in my 15-year-old body, 16-year-old body, and knowing what I know now, I'd be dangerous. I'd probably get in big trouble very quickly with the professor, with the principal of the school. I think I might be in trouble. I'd have some deep chats with my father, though, and he'd be looking at me going, "What's the matter with you? Are you on drugs? Why are you asking me these kinds of questions? You're usually a doofus. What's with you?" Neat, says Juan. Welcome, everybody. I'd say to my dad, "Have you ever thought about writing stock options?" He'd be looking at me, "Are you taking drugs with your friends?" What kind of stimulants are you on? You don't make any sense. And what are you talking about? Some kind of a handheld computer? What the hell is a computer? Get out of here. Go get your bike and go ride your bike. And Find a girlfriend, something. Please get out of the house. I'm watching All in the Family with Mom. Get out of here. All right, there you have it. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me. From wherever you are on the world stage, the planet Earth, thank you, everyone. Nice to have you with me today. We're up 402 points on the Dow to start the day. We'll see how long this lasts. How deep is this buy wave really? We're up 23 on SoFi, 1092, a minute or two into the market here. ASTS up 27 cents. At 21 bucks, Rocket Lab up 19 cents, hardly a recovery. GameStop is up 21, 26.98, wants to go over 27 again. MSTR up 12 bucks to 330. It was up 10 yesterday, couldn't hold it. Now we're up 13 this morning. We'll see. AI up 39 cents, Supermicro up 36 cents, Nvidia up $1.40 to 98 bucks. Tesla up 480. Palantir up 165, Costco up $9, Coinbase up $5. Google up 170, Apple up $4, Broadcom down 32 cents, Microsoft up 250, Intel up 31 cents. Netflix $1,019, trying to go over 1,000, stay there, up $31. We'll see if that lasts. Can you imagine trying to tell your best friends in 1973, 74, 75, 1985, your best friends, that someday we're going to be able to watch television, what we think is television, on a handheld device, anywhere we go. We can watch any movie we want. Any new television series are going to come out on computers, just computers. They're not even going to be on the television through the aerials. We'll be able to watch, we're going to have to pay to watch a hockey game on a telephone or a computer or a TV. We have to pay for it. Every game, we have to pay a monthly fee to watch hockey that used to be free with commercials. And it's still with commercials. And we got to pay for it extra. Your friends would look at you and go, what horror world have you come? What horrific place have you just come from? This is awful. This sounds terrible. Luca, hey, I'm here. Number 135. Ciao, everybody. Hello, Luca. Bobby, try telling your dad about computers now. Honest, Dad, this is a computer. It's no longer the size of the living room wall. Trust me. Savage Wall Street, Uncle Bruce. Earnings for NVIDIA are coming out soon. The stock has taken a beating given current market conditions in a world where you traded. How would you trade it? Well, cash secured puts are a great way to go. If the news is great, the stock might go up or it might not. If the news is so-so, the stock might go up because it isn't as bad as people thought. If the news is bad, the market might stay where it is because it's already down enough. I don't think there's much downside. So cash secured puts, call credit spreads. Katie, oh, that's a great question, Savage. Yes, Luca, it's too long. I've been traveling a lot. Welcome, my friend. Nice to have you with us here. Ray, SoFi expanding members' access to private market funds, which provide exposure to privately held companies before their potential initial public offering. I will make one little comment about this comment right here. I've been reading more about this, not just the SoFi scenario, but elsewhere, where some of the big firms in Wall Street are offering their higher net worth clients and now mid net worth clients more access to pre-IPO financing scenarios. The cynic in me and others say, yeah, the reason that's available is because they can't sell it to their big clients anymore. The big pension funds who have all the researchers in-house are saying we won't touch this crap with a 10-foot cattle prod. Why? Why wouldn't you want to buy a pre-IPO? A private company that might be going public? Because there are no companies going public this year. What planet are you on that actually thinks that people are going to line up to buy stock, overpriced stock that's supposedly supposed to double right away? Really? Companies that are barely making any money, where you're paying top dollar for the stock in an environment where we don't know this afternoon what the tariff policy is, let alone a week from now, a year from now. We don't know what the reciprocal is going to be for America and corporations. If you're a corporation with an international footprint, you've got two problems. You've got domestic U.S. problems and you've got international problems. Because if you're a American-based organization, you're trying to sell your product overseas, you don't know if your product is going to be tariffed to the moon by foreign countries. And so you want to be involved in a private placement of a company that can't go public right now. It can't raise the money it needs to raise as a private company before it tries to raise money from the public later on. Pre-IPO financings are usually done to clean up the books of a private corporation, to give it additional capital, working capital right now, to afford the legal fees, listing fees to go public as well. And it gives the insiders and founders money for themselves from having invested for their last 10 and 15 years, everything they've got into the business. This is an exit strategy for some of these folks, a partial exit strategy. Because when a company goes public, the shares issued to the public usually are from the treasury of the company to raise money for the company. Sometimes a portion of the money being issued, some of the portion of the shares being issued are founder shares just to help the founders cash out. Those don't do as well as companies raising fresh cash. And if you do go public and you're a founder of the company and you've got 20 million shares out of 50 million that exist, you can't sell any of your stock for at least 6 months, maybe a year, before you're allowed to sell any. So the only time you're being given an offer to liquidate some stock out to get some money is when you're still a private corporation. And at that point in time, you can control, as the owner of the company, you can control how many shares you have by reissuing the stock distribution between you and your employees and your partners. So if you own 85% of the company as it is, and only 15% of your company is held by other investors and board members, you can offer all of them a strategy where half of your stock will be liquidated now for money. You'll still have the other half of your stock, which will be publicly traded a year or two from now. And then you'll have to wait a year after that before you can liquidate it. But hopefully it'll be a lot more valuable, but that depends on the market and our business and the world. But in the meantime, we're being offered by Goldman Sachs an opportunity here to raise cash. We're going to raise $50 million, of which $30 million is going into our pockets to get us out from the money we put into the business. Now we have none of our original money in the business anymore, and we're going to raise new cash with a public offering. The remaining $20 million will go to pay off this loan, and this line of credit we've established over here. So now the books look a lot cleaner, and we're now ready to go to the market with an IPO, say, a year from now. This here might be a very exciting sounding investment. It sounds great when the IPO market is hot, hot, hot. But here's the problem. I have never, ever witnessed an individual investor being allowed to get into a hot, hot, hot set of IPOs at a pre-IPO level. The only time you are offered stock is usually on an IPO itself, and even then, the only time you get a call or an offer to buy IPO stock is when no one else wants it, when the street is not interested, because this stock isn't going anywhere. And there's the dilemma. And so SoFi is doing what they can to expand their member access to private market funds and so on, because you can buy into ETFs that buy into pre-IPOs. They have the power to muscle their way in, sure. But there are instances at the moment now where Wall Street is opening up to anyone with a check. You want to buy some IPO stuff, pre-IPO stuff? We got all kinds of companies for you. Just saying. I'm just saying. Right now, the economy is going to go down in activity. We're going into a recession. This is not the time to be putting money away for a pre-IPO that might not happen for 3 to 5 years. I wonder about that. Ray just saw this from 30 minutes ago on Yahoo. Thank you, my friend. Crazy 49er wrote my first Meta $5.95, $600 call credit spread last week. I got 40 cents times 10. I'm trying to buy back for 10 cents, 300 in a week. Thank you very much. Yes, please. Well, this is a $5 position. So it was $5,000 to make $300 in a week. Thank you very much. A little 6% yet net return here. Hey, if you close it out, you close it out. Meta, the stock Meta itself at the moment is trading at $4.90. These are $5.95 to $600 calls. Very good. Well out of the money. This is how you make money as a call credit spread writer. Exactly. Tesla reports after the bell. Call or put spreads. Uncle Bruce, your thoughts? Whichever way you go, way out of the money. Way out of the money. Doesn't matter. Way out of the money. I don't have the answer for you because I'm not going to guess. I'm not a gambler. You're not a gambler. Why don't you wait until tomorrow? You need to pre-write. You don't need to end a position. You can create the credit spread tomorrow. After the fact, what are you looking for? Are you looking for dollar shrinkage or time shrinkage? Realistically, if you write a credit spread tomorrow after the results are out, now you know what the momentum is for you. You kind of get it. You see the reaction of the market tonight, tomorrow morning, then we open up. You're in a win position. If you write a credit spread today, too close one side or the other, you're a gambler. Are you a gambler? Why do you need to do that? You don't need to be a gambler with Tesla. Just wait until after. You're looking for boring. You're looking for after the excitement is over, not in the excitement. You want the gamblers to have been wiped out on one side or the other and then make your move. And you may make an iron condor tomorrow. You might do that after you see the results and how the stock reacts. You might wait till the day after tomorrow. Believe it or not, there are credit spread writers that don't participate in stocks that are releasing earnings until 48 hours after. They won't get involved because they're not interested in guessing. They're interested in fact. We know for a fact they did exceed expectations. We know for a fact they did not exceed expectations. We know for a fact that the market hated the results. We know for a fact the market loved the results. That's what credit spread writers want, certainty. Show me the real deal. Otherwise, I'm not interested. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to tell you what's going on. I'm telling you right now, SoFi is up 42 cents right now. I'm telling you that GameStop is up 45 cents. GameStop is up 40 cents. SoFi is up 40 cents as well. I'm telling you that for a fact. 11.10 on your SoFi and 27.16 on your GameStop. That's what I'm telling you. MSTR is up $20. The Dow's up 577. I'm happy to see that. It's only half of yesterday's losses, but I'm happy to see it. We'll see how long this lasts. Let's see what happens here. 27.20 on GameStop, 20.98 now on ASTS, up 22. Rocket Lab is up 13 cents. Not very good today. GameStop up 42, SoFi up 45. SoFi is the best performer between SoFi and GameStop. SoFi is outdoing GameStop percentage-wise. It's doing great. Go, SoFi, go. We're up 31 on AI. Welcome, everybody. Well done, Crazy 49er. John Gill, you might be folding your arms here. Savage of Wall Street, Riot has popped almost 10%. So naturally, boom, I sold two $10 covered calls expiring in January. Thank you very much. Savage of Wall Street, I got $1.15 each for those. Thank you very much. I'll take that money off the table. Here we go. Lovely. Yes, well, let's see how this market wants to run. The GameStop now up 52 cents. That's nice to see. Supermicro up 93, NVIDIA up $2, Tesla up $6.95. Spiders are up $7.98, Qs are up $7.78, Palantir up $2, Costco up $14. Google up $172, Apple up $4.29. Broadcom is green, $176 gain now. Microsoft up $2.20. Intel up 58 and Netflix up $52.68. Wow. Meta up 780. Eli Lilly up $10. Amazon up $3.50. Uber up $128. Adobe up $278 to $346. Cisco up 64. AMD up 70 cents, 86.26 or so. Unity up 97. Enphase up 270. Spire's only up 12 cents to 8.25. Moderna up 52. Pfizer up 35 cents. IBM up 3.89. HPQ up 31. Home Depot up 5.27. Vanex Semiconductors up $4. Goldman up $16. Boeing up $2. Target up 16 cents. JP Morgan up 361. Walmart up 150. Disney up 155 a share. American Airlines up 6 cents. DraftKings up 43. AMC up 3 cents. Royal Caribbean up 570. Welcome everybody to the program. Nice to have you. We're up 600 points on the Dow right now. And the Savage goes on to say that Riot stock is 685, way out of the money. Take me out at $10. So he's getting $1.15 for $10 calls, and the stock is 685. So nice going there, buddy. Taking money off the table. Why not? Whichever strategy you love to use. I love this game. Many of you do. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you for hanging out with me today from wherever you are on the planet. There's money to be made in this market. Whether it goes up or down, it doesn't matter. You can make money in this market. Kids, take your shot. Let's go. They didn't teach us this in high school or junior high. I'll tell you that right now. They didn't teach me anything like this. My goodness. We have 168 people voting now on my question of the day, and I'm making you think a little bit here. You've got to give me one of 4 answers today. It's not a yes or no question today. By the way, thank you for the 143 thumbs ups. The question is, my put and call credit spreads usually expire in less than how many days? In less than 3 days, 10% of you guys write credit spreads that expire in less than 3 days. 7 days, 15% of you. Less than 14 days, 27% of 14 days or less on credit spreads. 30 days or less, 48% have come through here. So thank you for answering this question. I know it could have gone further, but I can't give you any more choices. I'm only allowed 4. So I had to go from some 3 to 30, but this gives me that answer. I know that most of you who do write credit spreads are short-termers. You're looking at short-term credit spreads. You're looking to, get the position made and shut it down fairly quickly at a nice little return. That's what time management gives you. The expiry of these contracts is your friend because you're writing way out of the money contracts, as witnessed right here just a few moments ago with some of these positions that are being done right now. John Gill, true that. Thank you. Yes, sir. Tesla, do you need to guess? No, you take advantage after. DAK, I took your advice. I sold Q's, put credit spreads yesterday. They expire tomorrow. Cashed out 50% profit today. Quick money. Thank you very much. Boop. There you go. Can be done. You can write an option that expires tonight, expires tomorrow, expires Friday. You can do on Q's to SPYs. Way out of the money, take a credit spread and go. Touch grass, get some going here. There you go. Well done, each and every one of you. Classes are available to learn how to do option writing, how they work, what are options. Uncle Bruce, nobody told me what an option was. I went through junior high. I was a grade A student. I went to high school. I had a high grade. I got high SAT scores. I was accepted at all kinds of universities. I don't know what the hell an option was. I didn't know then. I don't know now. I graduated with a honors from a university. What's a stock option? I'm sitting here going, you got to be kidding me. I'm still saying that, but I'll be saying that till the day I die. How North American children and European children are being denied the basic knowledge of the stock market in a world where anyone can buy and sell stock on their telephone at any time you want. I can't believe it. It's ridiculous. I am amazed that schools hire teachers who do not teach basic life skills, I guess, because parents don't do it. You know that. How many of you have parents that told you about stock options? Give me a break. Nobody here had parents telling them about stock options. there are parents here now that are telling their kids about stock options. I will guarantee you that. I am definitely hearing about this. But did your parents ever talk to you about investing? They ever talk to you about the stock market? And then what you heard from them and what you've learned from me, is it the same? What you've heard here, what you've understood options and the market to be versus what you thought the option and market and the world of investing was? Welcome to the party, pal. It's a different world, isn't it? It's a completely different world. And it's still evolving here. That's the other thing about it. We're not done changing this. Unbelievable. How many children out there in Canada, the USA right now, Britain, Germany, France, all of Europe, Asia, how many children, how many millions of children are going to school every day, coming home every night? Mom and dad ask, hey, what'd you learn in school today? Oh, I learned about this. I learned, we talked about that. We talked about our feelings. I'm just teasing everybody. Oh, we learned about how to get along. Oh, that's good. Did you learn anything about the Second World War? What's that? I don't know, what the hell was that? I watched. The kid. You ask a 15-year-old kid, "Do you know anything about the Second World War?" Oh yeah. Oh, I play video games all the time about the Second World War. Oh yeah, it's great. Oh, okay, all right. Do you know anything about the Korean conflict? What's that? Do you know anything about the Vietnam War? Yeah. I saw a couple of video games about guys getting burned out and stuff. It's not all that. Wasn't all that cool. Right. Yeah, okay. Do you know anything about the Gulf War? The one that George Bush Sr., put together? No. You know anything about invading Kuwait and how all the oil wells were set on fire by Saddam Hussein when he left town? No. Don't know anything about that either. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Do you know anything about the Iran hostage crisis from 1979? Oh, Bruce, stop talking about ancient history. I want to talk about what's relevant today. Uncle Bruce, yesterday you anticipated an ugly week for stocks. Are we out of the woods based on your opening this morning? No, we're not. No, it can turn ugly in an hour from now. Just wait for one line, just one statement, one comment, one quote. You are one quote away from watching 1,500 points disappear and it turn into another 1,000 point down day on the Dow. That's the market you're in right now. I'm happy it's up 500, and I hope whoever I'm not talking about just shuts the hell up, but I don't think that's going to happen. Katie, it's true, Uncle Bruce. Everything I'm learning about finance is from you and some close family friends who have similar careers to you. Stand-in parents laughing out loud. Thankful for everyone's insight. JJ, kids don't learn history like we did, Uncle Bruce. So homeschooling has ruined everything. Oh my God, homeschooled kids from parents who don't believe in certain things. Oh my God, these kids are going to get annihilated when they grow up. I tell you, it's yuck. Yeah, there's an ugly world out there. It really is. Yeah, really. Crazy 49er. I'm monitoring my single chat groups for any info from the White House, Bruce. So I'm on top of that. The war plan's coming up. I'll let you in on it because it's being shared with the world. No, nothing to see here. Nothing to worry about here about security of the United States or the world itself. Austin, the advice of just buy and hold would have me losing my mind in this market. Option writing brings a new level of calm that is worth a lot of money alone. Just the calm has changed everything. Yes, indeed, my friend. I do what I can for humanity. I'm just a finfluencer. That's all I am. I'm just a finfluencer who's out here with the 211 friends right now. 211 people are here right now with the market open 26 minutes and everything on the line. Everything on the line for all of you out there and the world at large where you could make or break your finances. And I have 209 people here live. And there are viewers here who are saying, you know, Uncle Bruce, I took your advice the other day and I wrote those credit spreads you were talking about, made 50% overnight. Unbelievable. You know, Uncle Bruce, those call credit spreads or those cash secured puts. You remember? You remember when I told you I wrote contracts? I just made this one. I just made that money. I just made this money. I have 214 people here. It's almost laughable, but it's a sad story because the world at large doesn't want to put in the effort. The world at large says to you and to me, I will give you 8 seconds of my undivided attention. Now, tell me, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do for you today? There you go. And there's the world at large. 8 seconds of undivided attention is available for you to get to someone. Your kids, your spouse, your relatives, your coworkers, your friends. 8 seconds. You got 8 seconds. Impress me. There you go. That's the deal. I try to get you to take classes from my website where I say to you guys, hey, you can get 4 lessons for the price of 3 if you spend $5.99 US. Send it to the PayPal link below and send me a private email. Tell me the 4 classes you want, and this would then give you a window into 4 classes on how to become an option writer. Out of 18, here's 4 of them. It's going to take you about 8 hours to watch these. Guess what kind of a thud that message has on 90% of the world? What? I got to spend $600 to watch 8 hours of this guy telling me how options are? Oh, I don't have that kind of time, Bruce. The money is not the problem, Bruce. Oh, I can find $600. I can just put it on my credit card. I got a $20,000 credit limit on my credit card. I just don't have the time to give to this project because, I mean, really, how long is it going to take for me to get this 600 back? I mean, Bruce, really, if I write options, do I have to wait 6 months to get this money back? Do I have to take all 18 of your lessons before I start writing options? What's the catch, man? I just don't have the time, Bruce. I just, it's a big commitment here. 18 classes at almost 2 hours each. You're talking 36 hours of instruction here. I can't watch your classes in a week. I only have a week holiday coming up, man. I need, hey, you got to give me this college class that people take over 4 years, in college. There are no college classes for option writing. You're giving me the equivalent of a college class. I need to have it done within a week to 10 days. Otherwise, I just can't get into this. I'm just sorry, Bruce. I have a winning formula with my manager at work. I work my ass off. I put in weekends. I'm on call 24/7. I get a 2% raise every year, whether I like it or not. And I get to put $100 into my savings account and they match it with $50. And I'm going to be rich when I retire at age 65. That's what they've told me. I'm in on that. I trust them. You and your classes and your friends over here that talk about making money, and that's cute and all, but I got a guarantee from my employer. I got work like you can't believe. I know I'm not getting laid off because I got a desk piled high with work to do. I'm working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for my boss. They love me. So Bruce, I'm sorry. You got 8 seconds. If you want to help me make money in the market, you got 8 seconds. There you go. Okay. GameStop is above its 50-day moving average, apparently. Free range. It takes minutes to get that money back, folks. Minutes. $600. How easy was it for you guys? How many of you guys got your option money back? All the money you paid for all of my lessons. All right, whether you took 1 or 10 or all 18. How long did it take you guys, if any of you want to answer this question, How long did it take you to get your money out from the money you paid to learn how to write stock options from this guy? How long did it take? Did it take one trade? Did it take a week? Did it take a month? Has it taken a year? You've never got your money back? I'd like to know. I'd love to hear from you guys. For the rest of the channel out there to read, how long did it take for you to make your money back to when you took my classes to learn how to write options? Dak is here. Thank you, Dak, for this donation. 20, this would be 20 pounds, I believe. It's not euros. This is real money. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Arms folded, waiting for a pile of SoFi cash secret puts for 2026. Bring it on. There you go, my friend. 11.10 on the stock, up 41 cents. Savage of Wall Street, Uncle Bruce. But what they don't tell you is that although you pay a big chunk into it, every paycheck, your Social Security will not be available to you when you retire. Like, they don't tell you that because you're like 30 years old now, and in 30 years, you're expecting to get so much money from Social Security like your mom and dad did and your grandparents did, and you don't realize that by the time you get to be 60, you're going to have to wait till you're 70, and then they're only going to get half of it, and then when you're 80, you get the rest of it because you're expected to live to be 100 by then, you know. Maybe that's happening. I guess you're right, Blair. Or Savage. Thank you, Savage. DAK, thank you again for this very generous donation. Folding your arms and getting richer. What a way to make money, huh? Folding your arms and getting rich. What's that all about? I can't believe it. Savage, one more thing they don't tell you is that your 401k is going to be at the mercy of some orange buffoon opening his mouth who will make the portfolio drop 40% in 2 months after decades of you saving everything you could save. Can you imagine anyone is approaching retirement in the next month or two? Can you imagine the panic in that household? They're looking at their 401k going, it's down 30% in like 3 weeks. I'm retiring in 2 months. How's it going to recover? How's this going to happen? I don't know what to do here. Hector, Uncle Bruce, you get paid to worry when there's nothing to worry about. I think that's a fair statement. I'm like this guy. I get paid to worry when there's nothing to worry about. And I'm trying to get you guys to be like this guy. Get rich with shrinkage. Yes, because Mr. Takagi did not learn how to write stock options. And so Mr. Takagi will not be joining us for the rest of his life. He did not learn how to write options. Viewers of this channel, writing credit spreads, learning how to write options, the greatest liberation of all time. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, welcome to freedom and welcome to the rest of your life. Welcome to the party, pal. Thanks for joining me here today. Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah, no kidding. Don't forget to honor the Knights of Neat. They are the all-powerful force behind this market. Don't anger the Knights of Neat. Don't make them mad. Thank you all. One, it took me a month and a half and 3 contracts to make my money back. That's how long it took me to pay for my classes. A month and a half, 3 contracts, done. Free range, number 1, snoop around the option chains. Number 2, do some basic math. Number 3, click sell to open. Number 4, go outside, take a walk. 2,000 SWIT, less than a month, take the classes. I got all my money back for all the classes I took, less than a month. Richard Carlin, neat, Boeing Tiger, neat, James the Misty Tree, neat, one, neat, don't forget. Matt, it took me less than 2 weeks to pay off all the classes. I took his classes, and in less than 2 weeks, I got all the money back. Not to mention the gains from the stocks, Uncle Bruce, and this channel turned me on to. Thank you. Auntie Jen is in the house. She's here. How are you, Auntie Jen?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I didn't really make any angry rants today.
No?
No, I don't. I don't think I did, unless anyone. I think I'm all right. But yeah, I seem to be all right. It's all good.
It's all good, Mom.
How's it going with you?
Good.
Still a sunny day in Rancho.
Oh, it's brilliant sun today. Brilliant.
Going to be in the high 80s here today. Typical by now.
Mm-hmm.
Loving it.
It's that time of year.
It's that time of the year.
That's right.
That's right.
Bring out the Daisy Dukes, girls.
Bring out your dad. Bring out your dad. No, it's not that time of year.
No.
No, it's not that time of year. The big E is going neat with a Z at the end of that. Yes, sir. Juan, I still need to go get 8 more classes. There you go. Matt, Uncle Bruce, need to send you an image of my portfolio. Value pre and post Bruce. I have seen the light. This guy. Mandu number 5 and Richard Carlin and Larry Titus are all saying hello.
Morning,
Jen.
Mandu. Morning, Larry.
Mandu number 5 going neat. Zeta State, the hand model. She's here, the hand model. Henry, I don't know when MAGA will have a spine to get rid of the clowns in the White House. He doesn't. He won't. They're embedded. They're there. No, the only way to negate some of this is the midterms next November. And then they can proceed with impeachment hearings between the Senate and the House. If they get both sides, goes Democratic, impeachment will be the name of the game for the final 2 years.
Their legacy is
breaking the law.
Embarrassing.
And the constitutional crisis that's on right now.
Some American people who have devoted their entire life to politics, to your country.
The American constitutional crisis, yeah. It's incredible.
Their legacy is embarrassing.
Never thought, I know Americans agree with me on this, never thought you would see the day that a president and his people demand what universities teach. They demand to who they teach it to. They demand who teaches what is taught. And they control the purse strings. You never thought you would see that in the United States of America.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The world never thought they would see that either.
This is changing their country in a way. You know, we talk about those poor people who are retiring right now, and they're just they don't have the time to get it back.
Yeah.
The change to the way that the world views America, I don't think Americans appreciate.
They don't fully appreciate
it's hard when you're inside the bubble to see
the decades of damage that this has caused to the credibility of the United States. Oh my God.
Yeah. On that note, are you
on that happy note?
Yet?
Hi everybody, how you doing? Is everybody happy? Are you getting your money back writing options?
Maybe just a dry piece of toast.
Well, I could just have a bagel toasted with nothing on it. You know, that would be an adventure bagel.
You could just lick the sesame seeds off. Sadly.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe hold it in a glove.
Oh my God. Or ham and cheese. Some provolone and some cheddar, maybe. I don't know.
Sure.
With that Felipe's generous donation on the top and the bottom to help Bruce in his phlegminess today. Maybe that might be the way to go.
It's living with all this greenery.
Today is the day that Jen and I hop into the Tesla and head to Whole Foods. We've got to get 6 more bagels. We're down to the last one here.
Good thing I didn't eat one yesterday.
It's a very good thing indeed. Oh my. Jeff, I think it's only Thursdays that you bring out your dad. Only Thursdays. Crazy 49er, term limits for Congress, get rid of Electoral College and invest in bagels. Tom, my wife came back from Montreal yesterday with some sesame seed bagels. Jeff, that's what we call authoritarianism, he says. Jeff is calling it Thursdays, I guess. I don't know. All right. Yeah. No kidding. Oh, my goodness gracious. Welcome all to the program, kids. Thank you for joining us. All of you from around the world. Love the fact that you're here with us today. Thank you for being part of this program. Also, for those of you who are enjoying the poll question of the day, I appreciate you giving a shot on that. Giving it a little hit. We've got 184 people now who have voted on this question of the day. I appreciate that. Thank you to those of you who are giving thumbs ups to Dak. Dak has put a donation together here of 20 British pounds. I got to hit that thumbs up button myself, see if that works from my end. Thank you, Dak, for that generous donation. There it goes. I got my thumbs up in there. Beautiful stuff, everyone. John Gill. Good morning, Auntie Jen, by the way. There you go. The question of the day is basically my call and put credit spreads usually expire in less than a certain number of days. When you write your call or put credit spreads, your iron condors, how much time do they have till they expire? 10% of you say 3 days or less, Bruce. 15% of you 7 days or less. 26% of you say 14 days or less. And half of you, 49%, say 30 days or less. I write credit spreads that die in less than 4 weeks. And I know that almost all of you will not wait until expiry to close out your credit spread profits. You shut them down. Once you get a half, 3/4, you take the money. And you move on to the next one. And you reestablish your next credit spread. You bring in the big credit and you go, I'll give a little bit of it back. Let's go. I'm ready. Anytime, all the time. No matter what direction markets go. There you go. That's what I'm hurrying already. One, yes, let's not do the no bagel shenanigans again. John Gill, good morning. Auntie Jen, hey, Beach Boy. Hey, Auntie Jen, what's with all this Japan talk on the show? Are you okay with that? Careful with that robo trader. No cheese on the trades, please. Just cheese whiz. Oh my goodness. Jeff Glass, no telling universities what they can and can't teach is authoritarian. There you go. That's it. Yeah. Listen, we're going to fund your college with research development funds for cancer research and artificial limb research, AI research, you name it, all these, except we only want professors that are from this kind of background. We only want students from this kind of background, none of these other students. This is how we want you to run your organization. There you go. Off you go, okay? No strings attached from this White House to any learning institution in the United States. There are a whole lot of parents in America and around the world who are looking at this in the United States and are going, you kids are not going to these schools. Not a chance are you going there. Because here's what parents know, okay? This is where the mentality of the White House and the real street scene differ. Parents that have children are children going to college. Okay, parents that have children with kids who are about to go to college are 40 to 55 years old, give or take. Okay, you got a 20-year-old kid going to school. You had the kid when you were in your 20s, 30s. So you're in your 40s and 50s. All right, parents who are in their 40s and 50s have been in the workforce for 15, 20, 25 years. Parents who have been in the workforce for that amount of time have had more than one job, maybe more than one career by now. You started off in here, you started off over there, you went over there, you're now over doing that over there. Parents who have kids going to college or who are in college have created CVs over their lifetime, resumes of their past. Parents today know one thing. If they know one thing, and let me just make sure you understand when I say just one thing. There's your image right there, okay? Gruffy, scruffy parents like this, okay? You parents out there that look like that on the inside, you know one thing for a fact. You know that if your child 5 years from now graduates from a school that caved to the current administration, their CV is going to show where they went to school. Their CV is going to show I'm a graduate of a degree in economics or a degree in basket weaving or a degree. The transcript shows what classes I took, and that's my resume. That's my CV. Hire me. And I can tell you right now that 5 years from now, every one of those CVs are worthless. Every parent knows. Every parent knows. If my kid goes to a school that caved to these dictators in Washington to cave to their demands, to teach the way they taught and what subjects. My child is a robot. My child is a nothing burger and has no independent thought whatsoever, has no ability to discern reality from Fox News. They can't get a job. The only job they're going to get are from other firms that believe in this philosophy. 5 years from now, who is the president of the United States in 5 years from now? What party is in charge of the Congress, the Senate, the White House? Businesses around the world. Just think about 5 years from now how pissed off every corporation incorporated outside of the Americas is at America. And your kid is going to try to get a job with company XYZ, with this learning institution on the CV. Good luck with that. That ain't gonna happen. This is what parents know. Old, grizzled parents on the inside, young looking on the outside because they take care of themselves. They know deep down the resume is worth shit. And you're going to let your kid borrow $300,000 in student loans to go to this institution, that institution, and that institution caved to the White House to do exactly what they said and how to do what they said and jump when you told to jump and how high? Really? You're going to let your kid graduate with that kind of debt load? Are you? No, I don't know any parent. I don't care what parent believes in political nonsense. There is no parent that's stupid. Brainwashed, yes. There are parents that brainwashed, but not that stupid. But hey, good luck. I'm just a guy in front of a computer trying to make everybody mad. What can I say? Yes. Good morning, everybody, and thank you all for being here. No telling universities what they can and cannot teach. Also, the irony of the dumbest person ever telling universities how to teach. The guy who had his own university get shut down being an illegal entity. Oh, yes, Jeff. And if I'm remembering right, the dead people cart only came on Thursdays on Monty Python. Bring out your dad. Savage Wall Street. Trump administration. No, you cannot use The People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn in your classrooms. Also, yes, you can teach Mein Kampf. Wasn't a bad book. Zed Estate, will Trump run again? Will he change the Constitution? How in the world can he do that? Savage of Wall Street, as a child of the war in El Salvador during the 1980s, I can honestly tell everyone watching that war is absolutely horrible. And the only reason it is glorified in the United States is because no one has seen one here on your domestic soil. And there you go, Tom. Not a peep from the Second Amendment people, all other amendments being trampled on. Savage of Wall Street. Also, when the government starts telling teachers what to teach and what not to teach and say it's bad, military taking away people without due process is how people went missing in El Salvador and in Argentina and in other countries that people just disappeared. Yeah, there's a country in this world right now, one in particular, many others, where you go to jail for what you think. And we're talking life sentences for being anti-state. There are countries where you get beheaded for thinking what you think, saying what you think out loud. You don't want to go there as a tourist to any of these kinds of places, but you figure that out yourself. Yeah, unbelievable. It's a long road. It's not that long a road downhill, is it? It doesn't take much to go downhill very much, does it? Scary stuff.
You don't educate your women, they'll get uppity.
Oh, don't educate the girls. Oh, they'll get all uppity in your face. Look at this.
Demanding
yes.
things.
Girls are going to demand the right to vote, the right to drive a car. What's next? They're going to be allowed to control their bodies, so we can't have that. We need children. We got to bump up the birth rate here. Come on. Welcome everyone to the program. Hey, we're up 661 points on the Dow right now. I'm about to eat a bagel. Do I need to eat a bagel today? We're up 88 on S&P. We're up 311 on NASDAQ. Oil's up 92 cents. The VIX is down 289. It's positive, but it's still sitting at 30.93, almost 31. So it's it's not incredibly bullish, but it's better. Ham and cheese with provolone cheese on the bottom, cheddar on the top, and we've got some hot mustard on here from Philippe's. I'm looking forward to this. Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. Very nice.
Got enough in there?
It's okay.
No tears yet?
No tears.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe I'll hit a spot.
No tears.
One. SoFi, 11.15. Let's go. Up 45 cents. Go, SoFi, go. One, bagel time. Richard, bagel time. Let's go. Lovely. Beautiful. Fantastic. Tom, my bagel's almost ready. Double whammy, baby. I'm joining you. Free bagel, free range. Good Lord. Please let the women run the show. We have clearly seen enough of the alpha male leadership. Oh, good luck, America. Good luck electing a female president. Good luck with that. I would eat that bagel in 4 seconds as free range.
That bagel's going down.
Oh. Thank you, Auntie Jen. So good.
So Edmonton came back to tie the game.
And lost.
When I paid, I think it was 3-0 when I left the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
To still lose 7-6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy. That wasn't over.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We're up $22 on MSTR. MicroStrategy. GameStop is up 29 cents. It's not participating in this move. We don't know if GameStop has any Bitcoin. We know GameStop got $1.5 billion in cash when Bitcoin was $77,000 a coin. We know Bitcoin now is $88,000, $89,000 a coin. We don't know if GameStop has any. We don't know what they've got. Do they have options on it? Do they have derivatives on it? No one is saying a word. I have no idea.
That's their modus operandi.
Yeah.
They don't say a word.
Americans made their decision. My decision is to, boom, I sold 2 Unity. $25 covered calls that expire in January. One for $330, another one for $320. Thank you. May I have another? The stock is $19. Take it from me at $25 plus the $330 on top of that. $28.30. Take it off my hands. So please, you can have my Unity. Take it. Take the stock from me. Easy money or what? Oh, my goodness. Way to go there, Savage. We're up 704 on the Dow. There you go. Rocket Lab, $18.99. Come on, Rocket Lab. Let's go back to 21, 22, 24. AI, 1947, up 26. Super microcomputer is over 30 again, up 66 cents. NVIDIA, 99.12. There you go, just under 100. I think Tesla earnings come out tonight. Yeah. Earnings come out tonight for Tesla. The stock is up $8, $235 right now. Okay, we'll wait and see what happens there. Palantir up $320. Costco up $24. Costco's a major importer of product. They're up $24. Coinbase up 13. Interesting stuff. Smart Rent just up 3 cents at 82.7 cents. Google up 2, Apple up 450. Microsoft up 380. Netflix up $61. Facebook, Meta, 360, higher, 360. Amazon up 450, Uber up $1.70, Adobe's up 375, Cisco up 62, AMD up 24 cents, and Unity up 58 cents. And my friend is writing $25 calls for 330. Oh my God. For only January coming up. Unbelievable. People think January 2026 is like way into next year. It's way down there. 7 months. Contracts are worthless. You got to love this game. Cheers, Credit Savage. And all of you who are option writers, I congratulate you all. I commend you all for doing a hell of a job. Taking this easy money from these saps. It's unbelievable how these people buy these contracts that are worthless. And they pay ridiculous amounts of money to give you money for nothing. I mean, money for nothing. You thought there was a song called Money for Nothing? There's an option writing program called Money for Nothing. And look, you have 500 shares of Unity. You can buy them right now for under $20 each. And you can write 5 contracts on Unity right away for $330 a contract. That's $1,650 right there. My classes are on sale right now at $150 a class. You buy 4 or more, they're $150. That's 10 plus classes on 5 contracts being handed to you on the silver platter. Don't use the excuse, I can't afford to take your classes, they're too much money. No. You can't afford to make money. You can't afford to invest in yourself to make money for yourself. That's what you have to admit to yourself. You don't want to give the time, the effort, and put some effort into this, turn your life around. That's what it is. But 189 of you here still, you know, you've done the move. You've made the move and you're winning. How does it feel to be a winner? I think it's pretty darn good. Well done, everybody. Crazy 49er. Somebody said they did something on the Qs. Was it calls or puts? Doesn't matter. You can do calls and puts on Qs and make money. But I would be more biased on the call side. James of Misty Tree. My wife wrote our first call credit spread yesterday on IBM. Ooh, this is exciting. This is exciting. Let me go to IBM. Let me see what it's doing here before I go any further on this comment. Okay, the stock is $242. The stock is $242. IBM. Okay, Auntie Jen? Auntie Jen's listening now. She goes, my wife wrote our first cover calls yesterday, call credit spreads on IBM. They expire this Friday. She got 53-cent credit. The stock is $242. The contracts, 455s, 460s. 455 to 460. They die this Friday. The stock is $242. What are the odds that those contracts are going to expire worthless?
Why would someone buy that?
Why would anyone give James of the Misty Tree's wife that much money?
Like anything.
I don't know why. You take the dang money. It's 10% on your money
You know what I'm saying? You go
for
it.
Friday. James of the Misty Tree. Okay, I mistyped. It's not 455 to see. I got you all excited, didn't I? No, actually, it's $255 to $260. The stock is $242, and she's writing $255.60. Okay,
I was thinking, holy paper was 53.
it was too good to be true to get that kind of money for those contracts. This is still a good trade. This is a very good trade. Yeah, I love this trade. IBM today is up 571 to 242. You think that the stock's going to be $260 by this Friday? I don't think so. Well done, Mrs. James of the Misty Tree, or Ms. James of the Misty Tree. Well done. Bitcoin, $90,000. Apparently, it hit it. Dak says, crazy 49er. It was puts. I sold more in this morning already. I'm already in profit. I wrote puts this morning again. Crazy 49er. Thank you, Dak. I'm trying to follow via paper trading. Can you tell us what you did? So I'm IBM earnings tomorrow, Bruce. That's why we're doing it. Okay. Giddy up. Giddy up. Interesting trade. I love that 455 price, though. I really love that one. Oh, my. Well, we're still up 683 points or so. 650. Come down a little bit. 1109 on SoFi, up 40 cents. GameStop, 2703, up 26. MSTR up $23, and GameStop is not participating in this move up. Welcome to the party, pals. So glad to see you all here with us today. Yeah, Bitcoin, 90,301. In the last 5 days, it's gone from 84,100 to 90,300. So that's $6,000 increase since April 20. And in the last 3 months, the low price, roughly 76,700, was kind of the low-ish, 76,000. So we're now up 14 grand from the low. That's almost 20% gain in not too long a time frame here. I'm just saying. I'm telling you what I see. Nothing personal. Yeah, interesting stuff, guys. Welcome to the party, pal. What is going to happen with this market? Unbelievable. The American dollar getting hammered, and crypto going up, gold going up. Amazing. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lots of business news going out there. Following lots of stuff happening here all at the same time. Stocks are bouncing this morning. That's true. Trump is trying to blame Powell for anything bad. It's all Powell's fault, not his. Okay. Warren Buffett's sitting on a pile of money. What's he going to do with it? That's what people are wondering. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, is saying the global economy is setting up for a slowdown. Yeah, well, you know. That's it, Jen. Boeing.
In the same school,
They went to the same school, Powell. What the hell they know? Boeing to sell some digital aviation solution assets in a $10.5 billion deal. Boeing is raising money. Interesting stuff. Going up again on the Dow, 694. Giddy up, kids. GameStop, 27.32. just below the high of the day, 27.38. That bagel was absolutely fantastic. Didn't hurt the markets a bit. Maybe they'll help the markets. Giddy up.
How did it help your sinuses?
Yeah. Well, the wasn't enough of the mustard.
Oh, like I poured it on it.
Yeah.
There was
It just,
tons of
it just didn't. It just didn't hit. It's good and all. I'm warm. I'm warm. But I don't know. Maybe once I stop yapping, it'll hit. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. More comments. Let's see what's going on here. Comments. Okay, Dak. Yesterday I did 435.37 spreads on the Qs that expire on the 23rd of April. Tom is saying that the SMH May 30th expiry, 220, 230 call spreads just hit for a 107 while I was eating my bagel. So that is a super, SMH is super micro. Excuse me, SMH. Yeah. Vanex Semiconductor, so what we're talking about here. It's a $191 stock. Tom is in a credit spread between 220 and 230. He is $30 out of the money. Perfect. May 30th, 5 weeks. He just got $1.07. So he got a 10.7% return on his money to offer to, play this spread. Beautiful trade, man. You're going to make some nice money on this. Beach Boy, Uncle Bruce, on the red day yesterday, I wrote 15 NVIDIA 85s. These are cash secured puts. I got $10 on those. Today's green, I wrote 10 125 calls at 893. What are your thoughts on this? Nice job, buddy. Nice job. Dak, yesterday, 435, 437s on the triple Qs. Expiring 23rd of April, 10 times $117 credit. Like, this is 11.7% on a contract that dies tomorrow. They die tomorrow. He's a writer, and he's going to win. Writers win. Buyers are saps, and they lose. That's a beautiful thing. We're at 442 on the contract. We're at 442 on the ETF, and he's sitting at 435, 437. They expire tomorrow. Vilbus, if he gets rid of Powell, are we headed into Banana Republic market? You don't want to know. Well, you don't want to even think about what will happen to the market. Beach Boy, all January 26th, by the way, Bruce. Yo, Vilbus, a crazy 49er. Thanks, Dak. I will PT this, practice trade this, and see how much fake money I can make before I do this for real. All of you can fake trade these trades. All of you can look at these kind of contracts, at these kind of expiries. You can put together your credit spreads on your own. You can do $5 spreads, $7 spreads, 8s, 9s, 10s, 3s, 2s, whatever you want. And then, why don't you put 10 trades together that have $5 to $10 spreads, all dying tomorrow on Qs and SPYs, and your credit, these practice accounts let you do whatever you like. You can do just one position on each, or 5 of each, or 10 of each, whatever, and just monitor it and track it, and just see how it performs. Yeah. Welcome to the party, pal. Party called making money. We're up 741 on the Dow again. We're the bagel is working. 1114 on SoFi, up 45 cents. We're up 61 in ASTS. We're up 34 in Rocket Lab. GameStop now up 50 cents. MSTR is up 27.50, and AI up 29 cents. Tom, I followed Beach Boy's Rocket Lab $19 put trade yesterday. It's over 19 now. See, Tom is watching, and others are that's the beauty of this family. The familia. If you're a part of the membership of this channel, you're commenting here while we're talking. If you're a Gold Bagel member, send me a private email, and you can. I'll send you links how to become part of the Discord chat group, and you can hang out with these kids 24/7. They do this all the time. They talk to each other. They encourage each other. They tell each other, take his classes, learn how to do this stuff, and join us here in the winner's circle, because we make money here. Dude, I'm not doing too bad on MSTR today. There you go. Giddy on up on MSTR. GameStop is now up 48 to 27.25. Well, it's traded 3 million shares on GameStop. Over on SoFi at 11.15 a share, which is just below the high of the day. We've got a volume of 10 million. It's not that heavy. Again, it doesn't take a lot of interest in buying to move up the market on this stuff. 50, 60, 70 cents a day for 5 days in a row. You got a $15 stock. Hello. It comes out next Tuesday with earnings. Hello. Yeah, nice. Savage of Wall Street says, boom, I sold a Palantir $100 covered call that expires in September for $16.30. Palantir's 94.58. He's writing hundreds for $16.30. My average is $8. Just take me out. Buy me for $100, plus I get to keep the $16.30. I get $16.30 for a stock I paid $8 for. My kids need new pairs of shoes. Thank you. May I have another? Is this how you do it, Bruce? Are you sure this is how you do this? How is it that I pay for my lessons, Bruce? I bring in $1,630. And that lets me buy, almost 11 of your classes on sale? Is this how you do it? It's 100 shares of Palantir. Just help me pay for 11 of your 18 classes. 100 shares, one contract, September. I can do this for the rest of my life. Yes, well, I'm trying to tell people here, take the classes, kids. Chad, thanks for the QQQ tips. I wrote covered call spreads for the 25th of April, 459, 460, 459, 460 on the Qs. Where are we at on the here? We're at 442 on the Qs. He's writing 459 60s. Beautiful. $15 credit. Thank you very much. $100 trade. It costs $100 to put this trade on. You need $100 in liquidity, and he got $15. That's 15%. He just got paid on his money to do this. Now, if you do 10 of these, of course, you're getting $150 for $1,000. You're doing 30 of these, you need $3,000 and you get $450. It's 15% on your money until the 25th of April. This is the 22nd of April. Is anyone here? Hello? Is anyone home listening to any of this? I do what I can to help you guys make money. But if you're not listening, you're missing out on, I don't know. Dude, next Thursday's earnings on MSTR, by the way, Bruce. Man, oh man, are people making money here? Oh my God. I have 160 people here. 160 people are watching these trades happen in real time. That is how specialized this channel is. That is how unwilling many millions of people are not to work at it. They don't want to learn. They don't want to put the time in. They have 8 seconds. Show me how to do this whole thing. Tell me everything I need to do call credit spreads. Explain everything about options. Explain everything about how to set this up. Explain everything about the structure and the yields and returns, and give me all of this. You got 8 seconds. Go. And then they go somewhere else. And there you have it. That's why 160 people here make money and 1,600,000 don't. Because they buy these contracts. They just, I can buy these contracts. I can play options, Bruce. I can buy options on Robinhood and get rich, can't I? Oh, I love this game. I love this game. Savage of Wall Street. Sold 3 CIFR $5 cover calls that expired January for 53 cents. The stock is at $270. So you can have it from me for $5 plus the 53 cents I just got. This is how I do, baby. It's not all high flyers and glory. The cheap stocks have to pay rent in my portfolio too. Oh boy, that is a lovely little return. 10%. That's not even a 10% return. The stock's $270. He's getting 53 cents on the $270 stock. He's getting 20% on his stock from his option premium till January. And if he gets taken out, if they take away his stock, he ends up with 553. It's 270 right now. Not a bad move. Charlie, Thursday, my IBM call spread hit. April 25, 260, 260, 250 call credit spread, 45-cent premium. IBM is at 241 right now. I love this game, Uncle Bruce. I love this game. Oh, man, this is good stuff. Giddy up, everybody. Well done. Like I said, there's 162 people here out of, I don't know, 16 million that could be here, I guess. Option gamblers, 162 people. These are the writers, and the remainder are the gamblers. They're the ones who buy them. There's only so many casinos in Las Vegas, right? There's millions of tourists that come into Vegas every year, 35 million a year, 40 million. There's only, 150 casinos in Vegas? What is it? I don't even know the number. Does anyone know? Do you care? It's like nothing compared to how many people go in. It blows my mind. It's just mind-blowing. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program, pal. Get richer out there, please, and keep up the damn good work, guys. This is just absolutely beautiful. Love to see this. Thank you again for answering my question of the day. 195 of you have hit the poll question of the day. I appreciate that. On the thumbs up meter, 156 people have hit the thumbs up meter, even though a vast number of viewers have been telling the channel how they're doing today, how well they're doing today. 156 thumbs up. I can't buy a thumbs up. I can. It's next to impossible to beg people to give me a thumbs up. It's just such work. And it's so important to this channel to get them. It is really important to get thumbs ups. It's one of the only ways that YouTube will grade your channel without having their own opinions put into it. But, I'm just a guy trying to get by and justify why I'm here. Just, whatever. Thank you. 157 of them now. One more just came in. 195 votes. 9% of you say that my credit spreads have less than 3 days to live most of the time. 16% of you are saying when I do call and put credit spreads, they usually expire in less than 7 days. 26% of you, about a quarter of you, 14 days or less, Uncle Bruce. I'm only into credit spreads for 14 days or less. So that's when they expire. And 48%, just under half, say my credit spreads usually have 30 days or less to live. They have a very short time frame, Bruce, 30 days or less. And I don't wait till the end, Bruce. As you see these comments going through right now, people are closing their credit spreads the day after they write them. Within 2 days, 3 days, they're taking their dough off the table. There you go. A Beach Boy, credit, savage, playing with companies I've never heard of. Costanza, opposite here. Touchgrass, thumbs up. Juan, thumbs ups to you. Brian, I am here. You can start. Brian, number 160, good morning to you, Bruce. You can start your show right now. Give us 2 hours of your time. Tell us what's going on. Hey, buddy, I appreciate it. Thank you all. Crazy 49er. Let me get this right. A put credit spread that expires today on Triple Q, 438, 439, is giving me a 15-cent credit. So I can make $150 if I write 10 of these spreads. They expire today worthless if this Q stays at 442, where it is right now. You can go all the way down to 439 and you keep all the money. Yeah, that's right. That's right. 15% today on your money. Today. Every minute. These are depreciating in price every minute. Yes, they also expire tomorrow. They also expire Friday. Which one? How far out want to go? Brian, how is this? How is the market? Are we green? Was it a good idea buying all those cheap NVIDIA and SMCIs yesterday? As Brian smiles, knowingly smiled. Hey, was that a good idea? Huh? Yeah. Is she a goer? Does she go? Does she go? Is your wife a goer? Does she go? Hey, let me say, for sure. Let me tell you. Say no more. Say no more. Oh, my. Savage of Wall Street. Uncle Bruce, trust me, when I make my videos and go live, I may get 10 thumbs ups. I'm literally making videos that help people change people's lives. And yet folks are like, nah, not worth it. Nah. Crazy 49er, I know. Uncle Bruce, I wrote 25 $25, $23 GameStop put credit spreads that expire May the 2nd. Should I pull the trigger now instead? What should I do? I have no idea what you got for them, what they're doing, whatever. But, well done. Look at the GameStop. We're up 71 cents now to 27.48. That's the high of the day here. We're up 45 on the SoFi, 11.14. 26.70 gain on MSTR. AI's up 27 cents. Brian, look at that GameStop, Bruce, 27.46. Wrote them back in March, baby. I wrote them back in March. Those 25, 23, 25 GameStops, they expire 5/2. Well, are they shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking? That's what you want, the shrinkage of shrink, and then put a new one together. Put another one together for May, a week after, it'll be 2 weeks after, and take more money. Can you roll into 25 more credit spreads with the same spread amount, $2 per share, and bring in a bigger credit than what you're closing this one out for? That's a gain in your account right there. Anyway, 27.38 on GameStop, up 60 cents. The high today, 27.57, took a shot here just a few minutes ago. There are more coming, I think. I think there will be more up shots coming on GameStop. So, Juan, you decide if you want to do another set or not. You otherwise ride the ones you got. If you want to ride them lower, we'll ride them lower. Welcome to the party, pals. I'm just a guy in front of a computer talking to 157 people. 157 followers of this Finfluencer, where viewers are saying, I'm making money on this. I'm making money on this. I'm making money on this. I'm making money on that. I'm making money on it. And I'm losing views because I've been on 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's time to go. So there you have it. Get another set. I agree. Uncle Bruce, you're probably right. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you for joining Auntie Jen and I today. We love that you've come to see us. Appreciate it. I don't know if the market will go higher, hold this gain, lose it all, try to lose some of it, get it some back. But hey, do you care? Do you have to really care about this? You're putting positions out there that are making you money. That's all you need to know. You're not gambling. You're executing trades. Call and put option writers. Well done, everybody. Thank you for all of you joining us today. Jen and I much appreciate it. We're up 71 now on your GameStop, and even higher, maybe even higher. We're moving along on the GameStop shares. High of the day, 27.57 so far. 27.48 right now on GameStop. And SoFi 11.14, up 45 cents. High of SoFi today has been 11.19. We're right up there on 11.6 million volume. It hasn't taken much to move up the old SoFi today. And can we break 12 tomorrow? 13 the day after that? Are we going to be around $14 to $16 on earnings day? And then we go to 18 to 20 right after that, a couple days after that. Are we going to be at $20 a share next week at this time on SoFi? Some of you are going to say, I should have bought it when it's down here. Why didn't I write all my cash secured puts? What's wrong with me? I don't know. I'm just a guy in front of the computer going, hey, this could happen. This could happen. Anyway, we'll find out. We'll be here together. All right, everybody. Thank you, all of you. Jen and I are saying goodbye from Rancho Mirage, California, in 3, 2, 1. Bye.